Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're zeroing in on a challenge I think resonates with a lot of you running established real estate agencies.
Hmm.
You see LinkedIn, you know it's a potential goldmine for connections, for leads,
Right.
but actually consistently using it, that feels like a constant juggling act.
It really does. The day-to-day stuff, the deals, they just take priority, don't they?
Exactly. So that proactive LinkedIn engagement often gets, well, pushed to the side.
And that's such a common scenario. Agencies, especially established ones, they often invest quite a bit in other marketing channels,
Hmm.
which makes sense.
Sure.
But LinkedIn, it offers this amazing access to a professional network just full of ideal clients,
Mhm.
yet it often doesn't get that sustained focus.
Yeah.
And this inconsistency, it really means missed opportunities. I'm talking high-value conversations, a predictable stream of leads, things that really fuel growth.
So that's our focus today. We're going to dissect a service that's been engineered specifically to tackle this.
Okay.
The aim, turning LinkedIn from this kind of sporadic effort into a reliable, predictable growth engine, especially for established agencies like yours.
Right.
Think about it like this. You've probably invested in physical assets, maybe off-plan properties, new offices.
Yeah, with a clear idea of the return.
Exactly, with a clear vision, a blueprint. What if you could approach LinkedIn with that same kind of strategic confidence, like knowing the plan and the likely outcomes?
That's a really good analogy. We're essentially exploring how you, as an established agency, can strategically outsource the ongoing management of LinkedIn.
To get that consistency.
Exactly, to get consistent execution and those tangible results you're after, but crucially, without completely overwhelming your current team.
Right, because they're already busy. Let's dig into that inconsistency problem a bit more. It's not because agency owners don't want to use LinkedIn, is it?
No, not at all. It's much more about the practical realities of running a successful agency day to day.
Client meetings, showings.
Closing deals, all that crucial work. It just naturally has to take precedence.
Of course.
And that makes perfect sense. But while those immediate tasks are vital, the organic marketing side of LinkedIn, consistently sharing value, engaging thoughtfully, expanding your network strategically.
That's the long game.
That's the long game. That's what builds momentum. And when those activities consistently get sidelined for the urgent stuff, well, the cumulative effect is pretty significant underperformance on a platform with, frankly, immense potential.
And those missed opportunities aren't just theoretical, are they?
Oh, absolutely not. They represent real, tangible losses, high-quality relationships that weren't built, predictable leads that didn't materialize, and ultimately a slower growth path for the agency.
Okay, so this brings us neatly to the solution we're discussing, a service called LinkIncome. It's developed by Cobus Bozeman.
Mm-hmm.
The name itself is interesting, the LinkedIn Real Estate Income Interface. That suggests a very specific goal.
It does.
Mm.
And the core philosophy is pretty much right there in the name. It's about creating a very direct, very strategic link between what your agency does on LinkedIn and actual tangible income generation.
Okay.
Cobus Bozeman saw that for many agencies, their LinkedIn efforts were kind of fragmented. Maybe a post here, a connection there, but lacking a cohesive income-focused strategy.
Right, just bits and pieces.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
LinkIncome is designed to provide that consistent, end-to-end management, making sure every single aspect of your LinkedIn presence is actually working towards clear business goals.
And a key concept you mentioned earlier, and it's central here, is buying time. We can't literally buy more hours, obviously. So what does that mean here for an established agency?
Yeah, it's about strategically offloading those essential LinkedIn tasks, the ones that are important but often get delayed to a dedicated team of specialists.
Okay.
Your internal team, they're likely already running at full speed, right?
Okay.
Concentrated on those core revenue-generating
So
activities.
closing deals, managing properties.
Precisely. LinkIncome lets you essentially buy back their time. You entrust the LinkedIn strategy and execution to experts who ensure it gets done consistently without adding to your team's already full plate.
So your team stays focused on their strengths.
While LinkedIn simultaneously starts working harder for you, becoming a much more productive asset in the background.
Now, okay, there are other services out there that offer LinkedIn management. For an established agency, maybe one that's tried things before or is looking for something more, strategic, what makes LinkIncome different? What are the key differentiators?
That's a crucial question, and there's several things that really set it apart, especially for agencies needing more than just, say, basic profile updates.
Right.
First off, it's the depth of industry-specific expertise. Cobus Bozeman isn't just a general marketer. He brings, I believe, 3 decades of direct experience in property sales and marketing.
30 years.
Wow. Yeah. So this isn't some generic social media playbook applied to real estate. It's a strategy fundamentally built on a deep understanding of the property market, your specific client types, the triggers, the language, everything.
That direct industry insight must be incredibly valuable. Someone who genuinely gets the nuances of the business, the client motivations on LinkedIn, that feels like a significant advantage.
It absolutely is. Second, and this is interesting while we can't show it here, LinkIncome uses a completely unique interface
Yeah.
and what they term a core interactive blueprint.
Okay, interactive blueprint. Tell me more.
Think back to that off-plan property idea you mentioned.
Yeah, the detailed plan.
Imagine having a really detailed step-by-step plan for your LinkedIn strategy, one that doesn't just outline what happens, but lets you see how each piece contributes to the final valuable asset.
Ah, I see. So it provides structure.
Structure, clarity, and predictability.
Yeah.
It's not just a random list of tactics, it's a properly defined, adaptable system designed for real estate agencies.
So like a tailored roadmap specifically for the property sector, presented really clearly. That does sound different, offering more control and understanding. What else distinguishes it?
This next one is particularly key for established agencies, especially those with multiple agents or partners. It's the focus on multi-profile synergy.
Multi-profile synergy, meaning?
Meaning, LinkIncome doesn't just focus on the company page or maybe the CEO's profile in isolation. It strategically aligns multiple personal LinkedIn profiles within your agency.
Okay, so the team's profiles.
Exactly, your key people.
Mhm.
The strategy ensures these profiles work together, in concert. This creates a powerful compounding effect. It massively amplifies the agency's overall visibility, its reach, its credibility across a much wider network.
Ah, that's smart. So it's not just one voice broadcasting. It's leveraging the collective network and the expertise of the whole team, but in a coordinated way.
Precisely. It builds that brand presence from multiple trusted individuals within the agency. Much more powerful.
Yeah, I can see that.
And this actually leads into another key point, the CEO Opportunity Engine.
CEO Opportunity Engine. Sounds intriguing.
It's a specific strategy they employ, focusing on developing the agency CEO's personal LinkedIn profile,
Yeah.
but not just posting randomly.
Right.
The goal is to position the CEO as a genuine thought leader, a credible resource within the property sector. It's not about aggressive selling from the top.
More about building authority.
Exactly. Building authority and trust. So high-level connections, potential partners, even significant leads are attracted through the value and insight shared, rather than overt promotion. It elevates the whole agency.
That makes sense. Leadership visibility builds overall brand credibility. What else?
Then there's what they call a holistic marketing consultation. This goes beyond just LinkedIn. It's an approach they term LinkedIn Plus.
LinkedIn Plus.
Yeah. It's designed to make sure that whatever strategy they implement on LinkedIn integrates seamlessly with your agency's wider marketing efforts.
Across other platforms, other
Yeah.
channels.
Absolutely. Website, email marketing, even offline activities. This cohesion is vital, right?
Yeah.
You want everything working together to maximize the impact of your overall marketing spend and maintain a consistent brand message everywhere.
Yeah, you definitely don't want LinkedIn operating in its own little silo. It needs to amplify everything else.
Couldn't agree more. And finally, a big one. Accountability and transparency. This isn't some black box service where you just hope things are happening.
Okay, so how do they ensure that?
Well, clients get daily confirmations of implementation, basically. Proof that the agreed actions were taken that day.
Daily. Wow.
Daily action reports. Then there are weekly performance analyses. They look at what's working, what's not, and make proactive adjustments to the strategy based on real data.
So it's adaptive.
Very adaptive. And then, monthly, there are executive-level ROI reports.
Yeah.
These specifically connect the LinkedIn activity back to your core business objectives, leads generated, conversations started, etc.
That detailed, regular reporting must provide a lot of confidence for agency owners, knowing exactly what's being done and seeing the impact.
It's designed to do just that. It ensures clarity on progress and a clear view of the return on investment. No guessing games.
Okay, so let's talk results. LinkIncome outlines a kind of structured ROI timeline. For an established agency signing up, what should they realistically anticipate? Short-term, medium, long-term?
Good question. In the initial short term, let's say the first 1 to 3 months, The main focus is on boosting visibility and engagement.
Okay. What does that look like?
You should expect to see a noticeable increase in relevant connections, more people from your target audience viewing profiles within the agency, and definitely more interaction, likes, comments, shares on the content being posted.
And conversations starting.
Yes, you should begin seeing those initial meaningful conversations starting to develop. It's about laying that foundation and generating that initial buzz.
Got it. So building blocks in place. What about the medium term, say months 3 to 6?
Okay, during this phase, the agency's LinkedIn presence across those multiple profiles we talked about really starts to solidify. It becomes a much more credible, influential asset.
How would you notice that?
You'd likely see a pretty significant improvement in the quality of the conversations, deeper engagement, more qualified prospects, and alongside that, a tangible increase in the number of high-quality leads actually being generated through LinkedIn.
Ah, so quality over just quantity.
Exactly. And also that integration piece, the LinkedIn Plus aspect, becomes more apparent. You'll see LinkedIn contributing more directly and measurably to your overall marketing goals and lead flow.
Okay, makes sense. And then looking further out, 6 months, 12 months, beyond, this is where it becomes that predictable engine, right?
That's precisely the goal. In the long term, the aim is to establish a consistent, reliable, predictable flow of high-quality leads coming from LinkedIn.
Leads that turn into.
Leads that directly translate into sustainable revenue growth for the agency.
Yeah.
You should see a clear impact on profitability. And alongside that, enhanced overall brand visibility in your market, a stronger sense of brand authority. People seeing your agency and its key people as the go-to experts,
So it becomes a real asset.
a real tangible asset. Ultimately, a strategically managed, consistently nurtured LinkedIn presence contributes significantly to the overall valuation of your business. It's not just vanity metrics.
Right, so it's way beyond just chasing likes or connections. It's about systematically building a genuine income-generating asset for the agency through focus and, crucially, consistency.
That's it exactly. By tackling that core challenge, the inconsistency born from being too busy with a structured, expert-led service like LinkIncome,
Right.
well, established real estate agencies can finally unlock LinkedIn's true potential.
A potential that's often talked about but rarely fully realized.
Right, to drive significant sustainable growth and predictably impact the bottom line.
So the key takeaway here, really, for established agencies listening is that LinkedIn doesn't have to be this source of frustration or that task that's always on tomorrow's list. When you approach it with a clear strategy, informed by deep industry knowledge, and maybe most importantly, ensure consistent execution, it genuinely can become a reliable, powerful driver of income and long-term growth.
Absolutely. And by strategically aligning your entire agency's presence on LinkedIn, harnessing that collective power of your team's profiles and integrating it with your wider marketing, you create this incredibly powerful synergistic effect.
Which boosts success and value.
Significantly boosts business success and enhances the agency's overall market value. It's a strategic investment.
And that idea of buying time really resonates. Entrusting this vital function to specialists who get real estate, it frees up your people.
It frees up your most valuable asset, your team, to focus on what they absolutely excel at. Closing deals, managing client relationships, driving the core business forward.
It's about working smarter, making a strategic investment in growth by leveraging expert help effectively.
Which leads to a final thought, perhaps, for you listening. How could a truly tailored LinkedIn strategy, one that leverages your team synergy and integrates seamlessly across your marketing, specifically propel your agency forward?
Yeah, what would that look like for your business?
It's really worth considering how strategically investing in expert LinkedIn management could transform it from, an afterthought or a burden into a predictable, powerful engine for sustained growth and ultimately greater profitability for your agency.